surrounded by gods of men. I thought I saw his eyes. They parted while, for the house always, for the house always wins. For the house always wins. For the house always wins. For the house always wins.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I decided to go live again just for shits and giggles. I don't really have a layout. I don't really have a. It's been a minute because they reset the fucking things to this. Whatchamacallit. All right. Oh, these are presets. That's why. Damn it, David. It's the first one I've done in a long ass time, so bear with me here. I can't remember the last time I did one. It's been, and I don't expect to go live for too long, but who knows, because of the fact that last, what was it? There we go. Okay, so, and we got that going. Why is it not doing the bubbles? Like, it's not doing any of the fucking circular imagery and all that. I'm going to post the link in just a moment. I'm just fixing some things. See, okay. There's that font I was using. There we go. Yeah, I really don't know. I was just like, fuck it, me go live for a little bit. Let's see. There we go. There we go. Okay, perfect. Or can I do anything like that? Okay, that'll work. All right. So you should read what this about. Read the Bible from book to no, Tom. Just shooting the shit. I'm not. I don't really have anything really to discuss and all that. But I don't know. I felt the urge to go live for a little bit longer. Plus, I am waiting for Max Payne 3 to download on the PS3. See, a lot of people don't like really are. What's what I'm looking for? They are like they take like fast downloads for granted, right? Like you could my girl got Elder Scrolls Oblivion, the remaster. We got that today, right? And so that was like 119 gigs, right? And that was done within how long was it? It was Max Payne 3 is fucking great. But that was like 119 gigs and it got done in about 2 hours. Max Payne 3 is like 14 gigs, right? And it's taken me all damn day to install it on the PS3. Granted, again, but I'm looking at like a lot of people are fortunate enough to have, the faster installations of these games compared to, say, a few years or many years ago, right? So don't take that shit for granted. Even I think when I installed Max Payne 3 onto the Xbox One when I had one, it was not as what's what I'm looking for. It didn't take that long, but again, faster processor, all that other shit. So anyway, I'm putting the link to everybody in Discord. Probably first time I've actually posted on Discord in a while. Like I said, I only keep Discord really now for, honestly, I only keep it for fucking, 1 second, putting that there. All right. It was really, the only reason why I keep Discord nowadays is primarily just because of the fact that that a few people that I'm cool with, I let them, I had them in. Hey, Omega, I haven't seen you in a long ass time. Glad to see you there. Hope you're doing okay. If you want to come in, man, the StreamYard link is in the chat. We haven't. I think the last time we had a conversation was fucking. Who was it? It was it was on your channel. I know it was the political debate we all had. That was a fun stream. Glad to see you and hope you're doing good, man. It's been a minute. I'm sure you've missed a lot in regards to a lot of stuff been going on. Not a lot. It's been pretty chill on here. Nothing too chaotic. I'm gonna fucking pin the link. Like I said, hopefully I will only be going no later than an hour. Last time we had an impromptu one that was chaotic, and it did go for about 4 hours. So, yeah. Wait a second. Is it still live? Yeah, we're still live. It's weird. I'm trying to go on the channel to pin the link, but I'm having issues doing. Oh, here we go. That's why. All right, there we go. Heard. Yeah, like I said, I'll be going for this for about an hour. But if we do decide to, it depends on who comes in. I know Jordan's on vacation, so that's not going to happen. If I don't bring you in just right away, it's because I'm smoking a cigarette. The one beauty now of using Bluetooth is that I can fucking just come in, or like I could just go out and do all this shit. But yeah, so I guess I'll give y'all an update because outside of doing the popcorn panel and making sporadic appearances here and there, I really haven't updated y'all on what I've been up to. So I still work events right now, but the events have kind of died down. So I'm doing more photography right now. Semi-freelance. I am planning on going full freelance within probably if I can get it done by either summertime or end of summertime, that would be great. But I started that in earlier this month. It was actually during when my girl and I went to Spirit Box, which was a fun time. We went there to do what do you call it, and I got that started. So I'm doing that. I'm doing the events. I'm making a lot more money doing the what do you call it, photography stuff. So it is more like good for me financially, especially due to my girl and I's 1 year anniversary coming up in June. So that's something that I am looking more forward to do. And hopefully also, if I do decide to keep doing, or like if I do get the urge to do more open houses and shit like that, my availability is a little bit more flexible now to where I could do it. I'm not just working as much as I can to do that. I'm literally, no bullshit. I'm literally working. I mean, like last week I worked about. Who else is in here? Hello, Mr. Beauregard. How are you doing? I'm kind of in and out because I came back through my phone, so that way I can still talk to y'all. I'm mainly working 3 days. So currently, and that is like some people may think, oh, that's nothing. But with the hours and the taking photos, commission stuff like that, I'm usually coming home anywhere between I think my first weekend I came home with about, I think 700, and the last few weeks I've been, I think it was the second weekend I worked. That was like where there wasn't any events, because like my first gig was during Final Four, and unfortunately lot of the college kids, they were broke as fuck. Like they were had money to go and spend on fucking expensive food, but they didn't do all that shit. So for example, they did that, right? But so that was not entirely great. But the week that when there was nothing going on, where we had like more of the regulars, that one was very good. So with all that, with commission, with my hourly, I got about 2 grand. This week was a little bit lower, but there were some other events going on. I'm curious how it's going to be during Fiesta because Fiesta starts this weekend. So I'm very curious how that's going to do in regards to all that. Um, as far as like any events I'm going to be doing, I'm hopeful that I will be doing Stained and Frankie Benjamin next month. I was supposed to do Disturbed, but unfortunately, if any changes, we'll find out. But most likely, I'll be going. I will not be attending the Disturbed concert, which sucks. But it is what it is. Luckily, Stained and Frankie Benjamin is on a day that I could most likely do it. My 6th episode of the Pump Show was uploaded the night before Easter. Oh, cool. Anywho, got 7 people watching. That's fucking badass. Can't complain about that. Anyway, so I'm doing that, like, and like I said, hopefully, I do have Baby Metal. I'm gonna go see in Houston. It's gonna be like one of my 2 mini vacays in the next couple of months. That'll be, I think, on the 13th, and then I'll be going to see Ghost in Austin in in August. So be a few mini vacations I'll have, and then my girl and I we're going to try to talk about doing something more extravagant, maybe in the fall time. I don't know. We are planning on traveling more, doing some more shit. I know July, that's going to be fun because I know that's when Mason comes back down here, so that'll be cool. So it'll be me, Mason, and Lennon. I don't think it'll just be like the 3 of us hanging apart with my girl. But other than that, there's nothing really else that we're going to be doing much of. So we're going to be doing that. And then I have somebody else that is most likely going to be coming down here in November. That like we're still kind of in the early stages of development regarding that. Then there's another person from YouTube that we are again in the early talks. It is a first time meeting if that does happen. There are a few other people that are in conversation right now. Because one thing I wanted to say, and I said this in my post, but I'll say it here, is that I am glad, aside from a few bad eggs, I am glad that I have been in our community, been somewhat of a trendsetter in our community to where we've had people meet up. People in our community have met up with other people. Arthur's met up with somebody. Like, I've met up with a bunch of people. I reason why I say trendsetter in our community is because as far as I know, at least in our community, and somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like I've been that one person that has been having people come to see me and we hang out, we have a good time. No bad issues and all that other shit, right? And I feel like that's been something that other people have been doing. Like I know Dragon met up with Mason again and Slick in Cali, for example. And so I want that whole thing to continue. I do also plan, if I do travel, I do want to go to certain places where I can meet other people. Like I would like to meet David. I don't know what the fuck we do. I have a better idea of what me and Eric Lima would do. But David and I would probably go to a baseball game if we were able to meet up. If I met him in his neck of the woods, we'd probably go to a baseball game. I feel like, I've not been to a baseball game in many years. That would be something that would be cool. There is someone here in Texas, in San Antonio, that I have not yet met in person. That being Jester and Change. You know him from the shows on you on this very channel. It's another person that it's just crazy that I have not met him yet. I've known him probably since 2018, 2019, somewhere around there. Maybe a little bit later. Again, I have to go back to see when exactly did we meet. So let's see. If anybody's backstage, I will advise I'm outside smoking. So I'm just gonna do with that in a minute. But if anybody's backstage, I will let you in. If you're not, it's okay. I'm going to see Ministry in 2 weeks, then Billy Idol. Oh, that's cool. Oh, you're going to see Marilyn Manson. Uh, Savvy Waste Word is another good one. But I'm jealous about Marilyn Manson. I think he's gonna be, if I remember correctly, I think he's gonna be in the Woodlands here in Texas. Later, I think next month or June. I may try. The tickets aren't that bad. I may actually try to go and see him because Manson is someone else that I've never seen in like live. So I would like to go see him. But yeah, it's been crazy because I've seen like in the last probably not even 12 months, I saw Ginger for the first time. I saw who else have I seen? I saw Hannibal, which was really good, cool. I didn't really know much about them until seeing them live. Spirit Box I saw earlier this month. That was fucking great. Lowe's was another good one. Excuse me. Even went with my where I saw Keith Urban. That was really cool. Oh, did my money come in? Yeah, my money came in. Fuck yeah. That is really cool. Let's see. I'm just checking real quick. Yeah, the other cool thing about what I do, I get paid weekly. So that comes in handy, especially when it comes to like going into like my anniversary and shit next month. Let's see. I'm trying to see quick. Okay, so let's see. Did my stuff move up? Oh, yeah. Let's see. Okay, so anyway. Let's check some real quick about my thing, but nonetheless, what do you call it? So, anywho, I'm going to do this now and put that on that, and we'll go from there. All right. Trying to look real quick. Okay. All right. So there we go with that. And okay, I'm trying to look real quick, make sure everything's accurate. All right. All right, that works. So that's going to be good. And we will go from there. Anyway, let me go and check back on the chat real quick. And okay, so blah blah. All right. So anyway, so yeah, but that was good. That was good. I'm glad I was able to get paid already. So that's going to come in handy. And from there, let me see real quick. All right, everything else is good. All right, can't complain. So with that being said, yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that's been going on. I did get AMC A list again, so I'm gonna be seeing more movies as like I'll be seeing Until Dawn on Thursday. I think next week I'll be seeing, if I remember correctly, one second. One second. I'm going to mute myself real quick.
wrap you in thunder and fill the skies. Now we're lightning, you better move fast. Muddy water, you better hide your cash, for the house always wins. The blood is thicker than the water in those veins. It's all in the name, and the name remains. For the house always wins. For the house always wins. It is time for the chains to fall on the hands that won't grab my heart. They're surrounded by gods of men. I thought I saw his eyes. They parted while, for the house always. For the house always wins. 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 Out of the darkness, the house of Triton will rise. Wrap you in thunder and fill the skies. Now we're lightning, you better move fast. Muddy water, you better hide your cash, for the house always wins. The blood is thicker than the water in those veins. It's all in the name, and the name remains. For the thicker than the water in those veins. It's all in the name, and the name remains. For the house always wins. For the house always wins. It is time for the chains to fall on the hands that won't grab my heart. They're surrounded by gods of men. I thought I saw his eyes. They parted while for the house always. For the house always wins. For the house always wins. For the house always.
Sorry about that. Had an important call to take care of. So we are back. Shout everybody out for watching, for staying on for however long it was going on for. So anyway, usually I don't like calls after fucking like 11 o'clock or some shit like that, but it is what it is. Can't really complain about it too much. My point is that where did I leave off? Where did I leave off? I can't remember. I was talking about the new job. I was talking about this, that, blah, blah. And yeah, let's see. Also, I guess I might as well give my thoughts on WrestleMania because I did talk about a little bit on in my community post, and I did like the main event of night one was really good, and the what you call it, the opening few matches of night two was really solid. Outside of that, the show was complete ass. And like I said in that post, with the prices that they were going for, which is funny also because 2 days before the event, they started doing cheaper prices. Like for 2 nights, it was like $500. So you could tell that they kind of need more people to fill in. And from what I've heard from a few people that I talked to that went to the event, it was a lot. It was a lot. What's the word I'm looking for? It was there was empty seats, not like AEW level empty seats, but there were empty seats. But yeah, I do hope they do lower the prices, and also I want this to be clear. I am not like saying that it's too much because I couldn't afford it. No, during the time that the tickets were going on sale, I was making at the job I was at the time, I was making anywhere from 1,500 to $2,000, 2,500 every few weeks. So I could have gotten the tickets, gotten the the booking for the flights, could have gotten a hotel, could have gotten all that within it, right? My girl and I made very good money. So it's not the idea that, oh, I'm just upset about it because I couldn't go or this, that, and third. No, it's just the fact that I honestly don't want to spend that much money on a show. Like even when I go to events, I've always said usually my max on a show is 500 or less. Like when I go to WWE shows, right? I usually will go I will usually go to these WWE events and I will what's what I'm looking for? I will pay less than 100, sometimes $50 to $80, right? So that is something that I preferably do. And that is something that, you know, like even with AEW, I think the last AEW show I went to, I spent under 100 for decent seats, right? I'm only there for the experience. But with the experience, it's the same thing with meeting people, right? Meeting celebrities, right? I try to not go no more than 200, but it has to be, even if it goes past 100, it has to be someone I really want to meet, like an Undertaker or a Bret Hart or someone like that. Can't be just some Joe Schmo. Which again, shout out to Joe Schmo who was in the chat earlier during Popcorn Pan. So, so my point is that the the idea of spending that much money, I just think is stupid. Especially if you're spending that much money and you're not even getting good seats. And what I mean by getting good seats is like floor seats, like floor seating, that type of stuff. And hey, if you can get hell, there were people who were able to sit in those stage things. I thought that was cool, but like hell, that was like $3,000. No, what? Fuck it. That's cool. You could sit there. You fucking like you could get the bird's eye view of the ring, and you get to sit on the stage. I think that's really cool. It probably sucks for anybody who's afraid of pyro and shit, but that shit's cool. I'm not gonna sit here and criticize someone who is uh if they did something like that. But I'm sure that wasn't even that. I'm sure I was even higher, probably like 10 grand. If it was 10 grand, that's too much. Probably even past five would be too much. But you know, hopefully New Orleans they will have more pricing, better pricing going into Mania because I do want to try to go. Like I would rather go to New Orleans than I would go to Las Vegas, primarily because of the fact that I want to, like Mardi Gras, shit like that. New Orleans has a lot of like witchy type shit. That type of shit I like. Vegas, it's literally like I wouldn't mind going there one day, and I intend on doing so. I have a buddy of mine that we were planning on going to Mania. He goes to Vegas a few times a year. One of these days, we're gonna try to meet up and head to Vegas. That's something we've talked about just for the fun of it. But like as far as like us, as far as like spending all that money going to that, at least with New Orleans, we like my girl and I can drive, so we can avoid at least the plane, right? But it just depends. It depends on the situation. So, like I said, uh, like if people had fun, that's great. And one second, I'm getting another call. More silence. By the way, Dragon, I'll be right back. Oh, never mind. The call ended. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, my point is though, is that like, yeah, let's see. Anybody else? I didn't see anybody trying to come in, so I'm gonna keep it like that for right now. The link is pinned, so if anybody does want to come in, then they're more than happy to. But yeah. So anyway, so yeah, so I like I'm very curious how hopefully Mania next year is booked better. Not only the build up to it. Okay, I'm getting the call again. Hopefully this time I will answer it on time, and we will go from there. I will be right back. Yep, Trendsetter Chayton, damn right. But yeah, like just going back to it, it's like like I said, I hope the build is better next year, and I hope the card is better as well. Because if it is, again, I apologize for the interruptions. Hopefully it'll be a little bit. Hopefully it won't be anymore because I did tell a person not to call me after this time because I'm doing a stream and all this other stuff. Anywho, so yeah, so hopefully the thing is done like that. Now, I have had a few salty people who have gotten mad over my comments over the pricing and all that, and I always say this: if you get mad about it, then there's a part of you that knows I'm right because of the fact that it's funny. That's my most controversial outside of me bragging about Cena winning. That has been the most controversial thing I've said. Some people that went to the show, said they regretted spending the money on this show, and all that. So it's not that it's all people like and all that. And they saw my post, they saw what I said, and they agreed. And they're not the people that I would say are the like hey, going to your first mania. I have a friend of mine who went. That was their first mania they went to. They at least like the experience of going. So I respect that. I respect the fact that they were able to say that they went to their first mania. Hell, I haven't been to my first mania, but you know what? There are plenty more WrestleManias to attend, so it's not like I'm going to be shit out of luck. So the idea that some of the salty people, get mad about it. Hey, first go fuck yourself. Second, it's like look at it this way. If people are on vacation, right, and they're still paying attention to bullshit, right? Like when I go to a concert, right, when I go to like fucking, I went to Spirit Box. The only thing I was doing with my phone, outside of actually doing it, but that was before the show, doing like a thing for job purposes. The only thing I was doing was with my phone was taking pictures, recording some footage. That was it. When I go on my main vacations in the next couple of months, that's all I'm going to be focusing. I'm not going to be focusing on what other people are saying. I'm not going to focus on anything like that. Even when I go to fucking, what is it? When my girl and I are going to be celebrating our 1 year anniversary in June, that I'm going to be focusing on that. When I go in, when Mason comes down, I'm going to be focusing on that shit. I'm not going to be focusing about YouTube bullshit or anybody's differences of opinions over shit. I'm going to have a good time and fuck the haters, and I'm going to be living life. Because at the end of the day, that's what I've been doing. What the reason why I haven't been on here as well. Do I make appearances? Or do I stop by Sloppy stream and like I chatted with him last night? Do I go say hi to Sloppy, say what's up, how you doing, man, blah, blah, blah? Yes. Do I go and like go on chill with Jordy and say what's up to him and shoot the shit with him? Yes. Do I go and fucking make some very little appearances on David saying yes? Like, but outside of that, I've been living life. Literally, what was it, yesterday? Made brief appearance on the Raw thing. But I'm going to but other than that, and being on something at the end of the night, I was spending the entire day with my girl. Usually whenever I come on streams, right? A lot of times, unless she's doing something like, for example, when I was playing, I think it was when I was doing popcorn. She was playing Oblivion, the Oblivion remaster, which funny enough, she told me it crashed on one of it, but she was able to play it some more. My point is though, is that when we are together, when we are like doing something, don't pay attention to anything. When I'm with my friends, I don't pay attention to all the bullshit. YouTube, that's why I always say, whenever I like do something, right? Whenever I do something on YouTube, when I cut the camera off and when I am fucking done with that, maybe I talk about the aftermath with a buddy of mine or something, all that stuff. Maybe I'll tell my girl as a little joke, or because she likes the cheese made drama, if you will, even if it's not really drama. Outside of that, doesn't come across my mind. And that is something that I think a lot of people here, fucking, let's see who's in here. Shit, shit bad, or the shit badass groups. I agree with you, Jester. I agree with you. And welcome. Anyway, let me go and get my cigarettes. And then I'm going to, some real quick. Let me try to be quiet. Oh, okay. Another example. I will go like when I see my mother. I'm gonna go see her tomorrow. We've been binge watching this one show. It's called Good American Family or something on Hulu. It's pretty good. I focus my time on that. A lot of people on here, not for not really you guys, like not really like the guy, like people that are watching the stream, that are commenting in the stream. I can't say everybody because I don't know who all is watching, but a lot of you don't really have any, like you all, I don't need to educate you all about this. It's more so for the grander audience, right? You gotta learn how to separate YouTube from real life, because you're gonna deal with a lot of motherfuckers on here that will say the most heinous shit, that will say the most fucking horrible things, that will threaten you, do this and do that, and every single one of them, 9 times out of 10, will not do a goddamn thing. All it is words, and there are people who make it personal, and then when they go after, when you reciprocate it, they probably bitch and moan about things, right? But even then, it's the fact that it's like people need to understand that none of these people on here, maybe if you're a bigger YouTuber and you have to deal with more idiots out there or whatnot, maybe, but in our community, a lot of people are harmless as fuck. And the idea, like, I used to be that person that wanted to please everybody. I worked day in, day out, making content on my old channel. I really won't say this channel because I've only been on here for less than a year, but I feel like I've done a lot for this channel to help it improve. I'm literally giving this channel an extra however long amount of content. I may go a little bit longer because of the fact that I had some interruptions because we're about to hit the 1 hour mark. But I used to go day in, day out. I used to film multiple videos a night, edit them, usually at 2 in the morning, edit them, sit there and watch movies, what have you. And don't get me wrong, I enjoyed doing that at parts. Like I enjoyed getting press passes. I enjoyed getting, like I got to go to PAX South as a member of the press. I got to go to some press screens for Lionsgate. I still get them still to this day. Unfortunately, it's a theater that I'm not that familiar with. I don't go to that often. It's a little far for me. I used to get more of the theaters I usually go to. But like that type of stuff, like the idea of getting monetized was never really something I wanted, because I didn't want to fucking like lower myself and be PC Chayton. Yes, I may wear a suit, I may wear a tie, I may wear suspenders, I may wear nice outfits. I may look like I'm like, but visually, like I will still be the hard worker that I've always been, but I will never let somebody censor me for any reason. Same thing when David and I first had the conversation of being on this channel. I told him my only rule. I think that was my only rule. I told him that if you want me to do this show, if you want me to be on your network, I cannot be censored. I cannot feel like I am being censored. And if I ever feel like that, I will go out the door. Would I go back on my old channel? I don't know. The fact is that I'm doing this to help others grow and to give them life advice, because a lot of people on here, they think they know the world, they think they know everything, but they really don't. It's only a few people that I've interacted on here that actually have lived life, have actually done certain things, and that has done it to the point where they know they've been through hell and back and lived to tell the tale. I'm one of those people. Other people, there's a few others, and David's audience is like some of the audience on here is people that would check out my channel, right? But as far as I feel like I would be somebody that could give a lot more, and I have a lot more to give than other people. That's not a discredit to anybody on here. So one thing about this network that I love is that we all come from different walks of life. We got game show people, we got fucking Blues Clues people, we got fucking horror people, wrestling people, we got gamers, we got different walks of life to where we have something to offer that is independent from the other person. And that is something, but most importantly, you also got to realize that you need to separate your life, what you do outside of YouTube. You got to separate that. You can't let the bullshit, like if you're out having fun with friends, family, on vacation, you can't let some dipshits on the internet get under your skin. You can't let, like, I've been there. I'm saying this from experience. I used to be that guy who would let losers on the internet get under my skin. But now, whenever that type of shit happens now, it's the reverse. It's the fact that is why, and I'm not saying this is a flex. I'm not saying this is a fucking, like I'm not trying to be braggadocious here. But that is why, like when I come on a stream, you're gonna expect a lot of talking and conversation. Because again, hosting a stream by myself right now and keeping the audience still in line and watching. And I thank you for watching. Friend or foe, I thank you for watching. Because it's like I told David once. I said, and I know a few others have. Even trolls, even losers watching your channel, right? Helps the algorithm, helps your channel grow. They may be too chicken shit or scared to say this, or they could be some people who don't even comment, who don't even leave a remark, don't even say anything, right? Okay. Let me see. Did my phone die? Okay, just checking real quick. But the point is that there is a bunch of fucking people out there that will try to do whatever they can to watch you fail, watch you fall. But have them watch your shit. I know it sounds stupid, but it helps the algorithm. It helps your channel grow where you can stretch it out to get more people to watch your shit. And if you have what I was saying earlier about, I have the reputation when When you come at me, the old saying is, I believe it's from the show The Wire, when you come at the king, you best not miss. There have been a few people that have been able to outdo me. Very rare, but a few. I'm not I'm not someone who will say I'm bulletproof and all this other stuff. I would say now I'm Teflon in that regard. But my point is though, is that whenever I come on a stream, people know that I have a reputation for being somebody who is entertaining, someone who's funny, someone who has charisma, but also someone that you don't want to fuck with. He could be I could be the nicest guy in the world. The old saying is I could be the nicest guy in the world, but I can also be your worst enemy. But the idea that you have that, I guess, that responsibility of maintaining that, whether that's on YouTube, that's on real life, whatever your profession, whatever your image, whatever your persona, if you will, whatever those things are. I've always said, like what you see on this channel, what you saw on my old channel, that's me notched up to 1,000. Chillest motherfucker. You can ask around people who have met me in person on the internet. You can ask around. It's but they know one, I am a loyal motherfucker. Like I will go to bat for you. Two, you know that I will give you the shirt off my back if I have to. I will give you a place to stay. If I have the means to give you something, I will do it. Like even if I work consistently, you know damn well that I'm always a phone call or a text message away. Maybe not right away, but you know that I will get back to you ASAP. You will be at my things have been different now. I have a girl, I've been working I have a more lax schedule now where I'm making good money without having to work as many days. At least for right now. It may change during the summertime. It may change when I go a little more full on freelance. But the fact is that that's stuff that people know. They know if they need someone to talk to, someone for advice. You don't know how many people message me, whether it's YouTube or real or social media friends, people who message me for advice on certain things. They ask me for my opinion on things, whatever, right? And I have prided myself on being loyal, on being dedicated. I just know where to be dedicated and where not to be. Because again, like I said, I used to be 110% dedicated when I used to be doing YouTube more so full time, especially during the pandemic when we were all at home. We were able to, I was on every stream. I was doing videos every day, this type of shit. And now I just do it when I feel like I want to, tonight. Have a few interruptions, and again, I apologize. I appreciate everybody for still watching, right? But even like today, I felt the need to go live, and luckily, it has not gone to shit like last time. But again, I go back to the whole idea that having that reputation, where a lot of people are afraid to confront you because of your reputation of how you handle things. And that's the thing. You can watch all day long. Hell, you can leave a comment if you're not blocked. But the old saying, you aim for the king, you best not miss. But going back to separating things, right? Separating YouTube from real life. A lot of people that I have interacted with over the years have always had a hard time doing that. And it's a plethora of things. It's the fact that some people, there are people who say they're friends, but they send people links about things that they don't want to hear about, and it gets them pissed off. There are people who have anger issues, who have mental disorders, what have you, that can't let shit go or can't do this or can't do that. Some people could say I will not let shit go on certain things, but I've done a pretty good job. Do I like take pot shots at people? Do I take shots at people? You bet your ass I do. Do I make it the focus of my day? Do I make it the focus of what I'm doing? No. Do I think about people, those people I'm taking shots at after I leave the stream? No. Do I like maybe do like if I'm bored or I'm bored at work? Yeah, I'm like waiting for my girl to come up and an idiot is commenting in a comment section. I decide to play along for a little bit, play with my food, if you will. The idea is that I know when to cut it off. And I think that's a problem that I feel like, again, a lot of people in the chat don't have that issue. Some of these people don't even have channels. They usually they're really good. Like, Jester doesn't like have these issues. Dragon doesn't have these issues. Motional Zombie, I don't know if you have a channel. If you do, I need to subscribe to it. But Motional Zombie, Yasha, even Omega. Like Omega and I had a very heated debate politically back, I think it was the year before or after the election. And, we're still cool, don't have an issue with each other. Omega knows that he can fucking hit me up whenever he wants. He knows if I need to hit him up with something, I can hit him up. That's the whole thing, And we don't let those. Hell, my girl and I are very different. We are very different in our mindsets politically. I don't love her any less. She same thing with her with me. We have a very strong relationship that I feel like a lot of people don't have. Like I'm gonna brag about my girl for a little bit if you will indulge me for a moment. When I met her, I just got out, like it was about a month after I got out of a relationship. Now I've been someone who, I usually give it the old 3 month try. Like in months to 3 months. They don't pass if they don't get to that point, then all that. There have been so many girls who have begged me to move in with them, who have asked me to move in, this and that, right? And it's just something that I wasn't into. And it was funny because when I met my girl, we were in two different, like, she was in a town, I was in, of course, in a city. Didn't know if it was going to work. And we made it work. And we've been together almost 11 months. I love her with all my heart. She is somebody that has inspired me to do better. She is somebody that has made me a better man. We're very different in a lot of ways, but we are very similar in other ways. I could be myself with her, she could be herself with me. You know, like the only things I usually worry about if I have her on stream is sometimes she's like me, she has a mouth and she can say some very, very offensive things, right? And so, you know, like people like Jordan, David know this very well. My point is that like that's like the only time I could like, okay, so I was gonna have her in small doses on stream. But I'm fortunate enough to be, and that's another reason. I'm gonna be honest. That's another reason why I'm not on here as often. If I am, it's either because she's asleep, she's at work, or just like out of the blue moon thing. Like, okay, well, we're taking the dog out. Let me pop in. We'll say hi for a moment or something, right? But she made me realize I'm not going to try to tell you all that you need to go get laid. That is your reasoning for why you need to, or get a girlfriend. That'll help you, right? Like, if you can't make yourself happy, how in the fuck else are you gonna make someone else happy? That's the old saying. I'm very happy. I'm very happy. I've been able to live a very good life despite setbacks, despite issues. And it's something that, like I said, with her, She's been somebody that I've been able to create a life with, and it's someone that has made me a better man and made me better. And I think that's another thing. Like, I've also noticed this: people are jealous of your happiness, and it could be of a plethora of things. That could be they're jealous of you having a girlfriend. Like, no bullshit. I have a few people that are jealous I have a girlfriend. That are jealous I'm happy. I'm happily with somebody. They've tried to say, call her different names, street hooker, pipsqueak, shit like that. And she just brushes it off. She thinks it's funny. Right. Like the only thing probably YouTube wise we ever maybe joke about a little more than anything else is little insults. Like, I'll tell her, was I a little was I hope I wasn't a little aggressive with you. You know, I'll be, oh, okay, well, before I put it in your butt, let me make sure I get consent first. Like that type of shit, right? Like, we do stuff like that. It's it's our little inside jokes. Anybody else on the fucking, maybe even on here, they may not know the references. Some people even outside of YouTube don't know the references, but it's still funny to us. We make a lot of sense of it. But what I'm saying though is that some people are jealous of success. They try to make every excuse. Again, going back to a street hooker comment. They say you don't work. They say you don't do this. They say you don't do that. Like, I don't have to prove to anybody anything. I had somebody that I had a conversation with a while back. Somebody I never thought I would talk to again. I won't say who, but he gave me some good advice. I don't owe anybody any explanation for anything I do anymore. I don't need to prove anything to anybody. When I tell you this stuff, this is not to prove to anything. This is not to brag. This is not to. It's just showing you that there are things you could do with your life to better it. And a lot of you know this. Really telling this to like the people who don't know this, who are in the back, who are not saying anything. And again, they're not people who are. These people could be just regular people watching the content. Not everybody is watching your content to hate. They're not commenting to hate watch you or to do whatever. Again, for the hate watchers out there, I appreciate you too. I love that you're watching. Because of the fact that it's just helping the algorithm. It's like whenever like certain people that I've had issues with, I never watched their content like live or even pre-recorded or whatever. Right? I did that back in the day, I'll admit, but like nowadays, if anything, I get sent clips. And even then, I laugh about it. Maybe I'll send it to a buddy of mine or something. We'll laugh about it together. Outside of that, that's about it. How many times I've heard people talk shit about me and talk like the amount of videos I could do or amount of posts I could do on my channel, this channel. I wouldn't really do anything like that on this channel. But my point is that only if it's warranted, I better say that. But my point is that you know how many times people have talked shit about me over the last couple of years? The consistent amount of times. I could have made video after video, post after post about it, right? But what's the point? What's the point? I very much try not to reference them by name. Speaking of one of my good friends, hey, Lennon, how you doing, man? Love you too, brother. Sorry, I'm away from the computer and my phone is at 4%, so I'm not away. But what do you call it? It's funny. I was talking to a buddy of mine about this last night. I want to give Lennon some love. Funny enough, we talked about chain reactions. Like, I'll mention these people. When me and Arthur were beefing, King of Lions, Go check him out. Great guy. He met up with a Make-A-Wish kid the other day. Very cool moment. Make-A-Wish YouTuber. Very cool moment. You know, Lennon. Lennon is someone I met through the YouTube meetups long time ago, 2018. And we talked about me and another friend of mine were talking about chain reactions. Like if I ever never had a beef with wrestling otaku back then, I have my opinions on him, but I really don't think much of him. I enjoy his content, like when he goes apeshit about stuff. Like I'm subscribed. I've openly admitted this. I check out some of his stuff, just because it's either funny or whatever. But excuse me. But when I had beef with them, if I didn't have beef with them, because Arthur I only had beef with because of Otaku Time. I'll admit that. But if I didn't have beef with Arthur, I wouldn't have met Dragon. And then I wouldn't have met some other people that I've met through Dragon that were either cool people or scum of the earth. But, at the time they were cool. But Lennon was actually the real chain reaction, was the real conduit to meeting certain people. Yes, is there some people I met through Lennon that I regret meeting? Yeah, I'm not going to deny it. However, if like me and Lennon, or like if let's say I didn't meet Lennon, there's a likely chance I wouldn't have met Jordan. And I wouldn't have met Brandon Martin. I wouldn't have met fucking David. I wouldn't be on this channel. I wouldn't have made a guest appearances on Rant and Rave. I do think the Hangman Outcast would have still been a thing, but I think it would have been radically different. Even with the idea of other co-hosts and all that stuff. I think the Outcast, there's always been this comparable about Rant and Rave and the Outcast. The Outcast would have still gone on. It may have just taken a little bit longer. I will say Rant and Rave maybe gave it a little push in terms of inspiration. But I do think that show would have been radically different. And who knows? Would it have been better? Who knows? I don't know. I can't comment on that. But like with Lennon, if I wouldn't have met those people. And then meet another person that honestly I regret meeting, but I met him through Lennon. But I met other people through that person. It's all I met Mason. I met Slick. I met Paige. I met Dan. I've met a lot of people, and Lennon is the conduit behind all of that. So who knows? I wouldn't be on this channel. Maybe the controversy in 2021 wouldn't have happened. Who knows? There's a lot of variables that but they all, and I'm not blaming Lennon for that. That's my fault. I'm not gonna fucking go and blame Lennon for that. But it's just the idea that I've met a good amount of people through here. Omega, Omega, fucking Cabal, Punk, DH, someone I never thought we would be on speaking terms, again, after everything. Even Jordan, for example. I've met a lot of good people through here. Have all of them been fucking great people? Like everybody listed, yeah, but about being good people. But have all of them been great people? No. Not everybody you meet is going to be your friend. Not everybody you meet is going to be like you consider a brother. Not everybody like that. But the idea is that I'm fortunate enough to have met, and I do thank Lennon for that. Because again, I was having a conversation with a friend of mine last night, and we were talking about this. And I came to the realization that Lennon is the conduit, is the spark in that chain reaction. Who's coming in? Oh, well, I guess he wants me to stroke his ego more verbally. Funny, no, Lennon, I'm not bullshitting you. I was talking to a friend of mine about this. We were talking about like chain reactions in regards to like meeting people through YouTube. And we were talking about, if I didn't have a beef with Otaku and Arthur. Again, I'm cool with Arthur right now, so I don't want like Arthur. Don't get this twisted. And hell, Arthur, I would have met Mr. Money or fucking indirectly. I think I would have met Omega. Um,
Yeah.
Elder, rest in peace to Elder, Hidden, people like that. But my point is though, is that we were talking about this, right? And I said, you know what? This is like you gotta hear me out on this. But Lennon is technically the spark in that chain reaction that led to everything, good and bad. And I'm not blaming you. I'm not blaming you for the bad stuff. Again, like there were people we met, Lennon, that turned out to be bad people, and that's just life. We're gonna have people around us, like Len, you and I, like I introduced you to Mr. I'll say his nickname because that's fine. I introduced you to Mr. 0 and 4. You remember who that is, correct?
Oh yes, yes.
Okay, okay. I think yeah, Dragon and me came up with that nickname. But now granted, Mr. 0 and 4 I met privately. It wasn't like a YouTube thing, but like again, like there have been people that we've met over the years that haven't been the greatest people. Mr. 0 and 4, Toothless Ogre, who else? The Lolicon Lover, people like that. There's like a lot of people like the Hillbilly. A lot of people are probably watching this and thinking, who in the fuck are any of these people? Well, you know what? Don't ask, because it's a long story with some of these people. Some of the OGs out there, you know exactly who I'm referring to. But other people, you may be like, who knows any of these people? It's just yeah, I did. I set that up a while back. It just, like I said, I haven't today. The only reason why I even decided to stream was because I got done with the stream doing popcorn panel, which was a fun episode. Next week I think is even going to be better. But like this week, or I was like, let me stream again. Hopefully this impromptu wasn't going to be as chaotic as the last impromptu, and luckily it's been pretty calm. Honestly, I don't even think I would let anybody in who would try to stir shit up. So it's just like it is what it is. But yeah, but how are you doing, Len? I know it's been a minute since we've been on stream together.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Can you hear me? Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you good.
Testing.
Let me make sure people can hear you in the can. I don't know who is mainly the only person right now that's commenting. I think is Drag, but let me just verify on the stream itself.
Joe Ray,
Mainly the only person right now that's commenting. I think is Drag, but let me just verify.
Oh, good. You can hear. I can hear you.
I can hear you and I can hear me. Okay, that's good. But yeah, no. How you been? How you been, Lennon?
Well, I've been doing all right, but I guess we can talk more, off stream because we
Yeah. Hey, Sloppy, how you doing? If you are doing anything, link is there. It's pinned.
Oh, it's just Sloppy's here. Sloppy Joe.
I just talked to him. What was it last night? We were on stream. It was when Arthur.
I heard.
Met somebody. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I know. Arthur met him.
A Make-A-Wish kid.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I guess.
Yeah. No,
I gotta talk to you about that too. Mm-hmm.
Oh! You're gonna fucking get on me for doing that? Hey, I'm sorry. I thought that was funny. Okay.
No, I have some remarks of my own because yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No. We'll definitely talk about that. See when I said about not talk about YouTube stuff, we could talk about that shit privately, because unlike some people, we have like connections with certain things, so we can give our opinions about this. I thought I heard a beep, so I wanted to make sure no one was in here. Okay, good. We're by ourselves. I'm outside, so that's why I'm like kind of going back and forth. Anyway, so yeah, so go ahead.
Your president is here to speak. No, I'm just kidding.
You're on my show, motherfucker. Like, don't make me go back in there and remove you. I'm trying to enjoy the cigarette.
You can remove this. That's for sure.
No, I get my girl to like don't make me call your boy toy. He is your sexy boy. Sexy boy. He's not your boy toy. Boy toy.
Okay. No, but
And yeah.
I do wanna go ahead and go back to what you were saying. Yeah, you know, that's the thing that I was trying to get you to understand, and I am, of course, I am at fault for you guys meeting each other. If it weren't for me,
Are you referring to the virgin boy or are you referring to somebody else?
the multiple people,
The awful people, you mean?
the multiple people.
Oh, okay. The multiple awful people?
No. I'm just no. I'm
Oh,
saying
just in
that
general, just in general. Okay, I get what you
yeah.
mean. My bad. I wanted to clarify before we continue. Go ahead.
If it weren't for me, we wouldn't have made friends with the people that we associate with now. We would have not encountered the people that unfortunately either cut ties with us or we had to cut ties with.
Yeah.
Um, you know, but
And there's certain people. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. My bad.
I will say this on a personal note, ladies and gentlemen. Um, this man next to me, you know, I'm kidding. He's a this
Gain your
man next to
composure, man.
me. This man next to me is by far one of the. I will say that she has definitely completely transformed you into a completely better person. And
You're referring to my girl?
yes, I am referring to her.
Okay. Okay.
Why else do you think I was to see what you talking about?
Well,
I'm not
I
talking
want
about
to make
Mason. I
sure.
ain't talking about Mason. Just
I
Mason
was
is
gonna.
Mason a girl? No.
Well, I was also gonna verify because I want to make sure because I was like of course whenever
Yes.
we refer to her on YouTube, she goes by Lilith.
Excuse
She goes by
me.
Lilith. Not
Excuse
saying you have to
me.
say Lilith. I'm just saying that like or Lil. Like I think Jordan calls her Lil.
Anyways, yes.
Go ahead.
Anyways, your girlfriend. Excuse me. Um, she's transformed you into the complete opposite of who you were back then. Okay, and I mean that really good because you're doing very well for yourself. You're a lot happier.
Yes.
And you're you you now appreciate and take life more seriously.
Yeah, because now I have something to, I guess you would say, fight for. Like I still like again, still have my daughter, and I'm like I do everything my like she is doing very well. It's something that I wish I was there to experience it with her, but it's like something that I know. And one day, 8 more years, and hopefully, and if nothing happens, you know what? As long as she has a successful career, as long as all that, that's great too. Like, and then my mother, and then my friends. Those are like the main things. But like, I guess currently, yeah, I have something with me at all times that I have outside of my dog, for example, that I care about and I love unconditionally, and someone that I will do anything for. Like it's like I've told you when some people on the internet have tried to call her names or this and the third, and I don't need to fight. Like I've always told
No.
people, she's a big girl. She could fucking turn chain. Oh yeah. That's cool stuff. Can't wait. Beware of Karrion Cross trying to turn chain back. Oh yeah, I need to avoid Karrion Cross because Karrion Cross has a reputation of turning people to the dark side. He's like an
Is
Emperor
that sloppy?
Palpatine.
Is
No, that
sloppy?
was Jester. Well, Soppy said
Okay.
tonight, but Jester was the one
Uh,
who said about the beware of Karrion Cross. But
uh,
yeah, so like my point is though is that like yeah, like like that's a phaser, and I've always said this. A lot of people on the that have said that or said anything to me, they are lucky that I'm not saying I put her on a leash, but verbal or like hypothetically speaking, like people are lucky because you think I'm bad in regards to my verbiage. No, no, she is worse. Times where I look at her and I'm like, damn, even I won't say that. So I think to myself, a lot of people probably are grateful that I don't fucking because she has the ability to make grown men cry with her words.
Oh
So
God.
she wants. I won't say what the joke was because this is a private joke, but she got David real. The motherfucker deserved it though, but she got David real good. And everybody who it was a private call we all had. She said something. Jordan was in there. His reaction. I wish that part was recorded because his reaction to what she said to him was fucking priceless. He like it was just like if he was eating something, he'd be dead because he would have gotten stuck in his throat and he would have choked. That's how good of a burn it was, right?
Yeah,
And granted, David
yeah,
David small fry, so no offense, David, love you, David, but you are small fry in
I,
regards to insults.
I,
But
yeah, and I will say this. I will say this, and I'm going to give a shout out to this person just because Mason is definitely somebody that has made a huge impact and difference in my life. I did not know that for the first time in my life I would find somebody that would be one of my greatest friends. You know, I he is like my best friend. He is literally like my best friend. And
yes,
it's funny because we were talking and we said one day, and this was like 2 years ago, we said, wouldn't it be cool if we met in person? And he said, yeah, that would be so cool. It was a risk that I was not so sure if I would take, but I took that risk and I told him, I said, let's do it. Let's figure out a way that we can meet up. And then I asked him, how far do you live from me? And he said he lives like 9 to 10 hours away from me. And never in my life would I ever meet somebody from this platform so far away. I did not expect him to drive that far, and that long to come meet us.
yeah,
And
that's like that was something. Like I'll be honest, like love Mason to death, but I was like thinking, is he actually gonna do this?
yeah,
Because it's just something that it's same thing. Like I'm not saying I didn't even believe Dragon, but like Mason at least came down here already. But like with Dragon, there was times where I just thought, I didn't know if it was gonna be like it didn't like it was so surreal. That's why I was like, it was just we like when we met, it was just so surreal because of the fact that it was like we've been like with you and Mason, we've been talking for so long. Like I've known Dragon for fucking almost 5 years.
mhm,
It's something like and we've had our outs, and but he's someone
yeah.
that like you, Lennon, who didn't give up on me. And
Oh,
you and you like it was just something that I never same thing with Dan when I met Dan. It was something that was just so surreal to see. And I've had the pleasure of seeing Dan and Trips twice. I've had the
yeah,
pleasure of seeing Mason twice, about to be three.
yeah. That would be
Dragon
three.
once. Hopefully soon it will be more than that.
I want to be
And
tall.
it's just and that's why I said when I talked about this earlier, when I said about being the trendsetter regarding meeting people in our
Yeah,
community, because I feel like
yeah,
I started a chain reaction
yeah.
where you know who knows if Dan and me didn't meet in person, we didn't do those stuff. Who knows if fucking Mason would have came? Who knows? It could have still happened.
It would have.
Dragon,
Yeah. Hmm.
and then there's
Yeah.
other people that we're in the beginning processes of talking
Mhm.
to about coming down here, or even eventually me coming up there. It's just something that it started with that, and it's something I'm proud of, and I'm happy that
Exactly.
people have been following the lead. And
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. And here's the thing. Excuse me.
yeah,
Pardon me.
go ahead.
Here's the thing. I want everybody to realize, and I always stress this. We have personas. We have different personas. We have two of them.
Yeah,
Actually, three of them. We have our work persona.
one second, Lynn. I'm gonna let Omega in. It's been a minute. Welcome. I think it's the first time on this channel, but
What? Omega.
hey, Mr. Money's in here. How
Oh,
charged is my laptop? Okay, so
yeah.
it's at 21%, so we can continue for a little bit longer. Anyway, how you been, Omega?
Oh, I've been good. Yeah, this first time on the channel. Yeah, I said I always catch one of these. But yeah,
Hey, Omega.
hey,
Oh
hey,
wow, man. Well, I'm meeting you. Anyways, I do want to say that I do want to say this that we have three personas. We have our professional persona, we have
Yeah.
our internet persona, and then we have our actually there's four of them. For many there is four of them. There's also a gaming persona.
Really, like elaborate on that, because wouldn't that be in the same vein as internet persona? Because if you like, unless you're just gaming like on outside, like just on the cool.
No, there's a gaming persona because there's gaming language that people use. I'm not saying you use it, but
Oh
there's
yeah,
also
I get
yeah.
that. Well, yeah,
And but
and
people
that's
yeah.
I think
that's
I'm
the thing.
combining. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead,
Go ahead.
Omega. Go ahead.
I feel like I'm combined the two, like my YouTube persona and my in real life persona. You could kind of say with my new business project I've been working on.
Oh, okay. Yes. But yes,
Well,
there is that's cool.
Well, yeah, and that's the other thing too, is that sometimes like I was able to do that with myself. Now there also is the caveat of like sometimes you meet people who are on the internet who are a complete asshole or complete dick, but are really chill in real life, or the vice
Yeah.
versa, where they're really nice on the internet, but they're an asshole and a dick and a horrible human being in
That
private. And then there's that
that is
person who is one and the same, whether it's
mhm.
like if they're on the internet. I think I hear somebody else coming in. My point is that you have people in here that are who is it? Oh, it is Mr. Money or King of Spades AD. I gotta get used to that new name. What's up, Money?
Yo, what's up? What's up,
Hey,
man?
Mr.
What's
Don't know how
up,
long
man?
I'm gonna. Don't know how
Hey,
long I'm gonna.
what up, money?
Omega, what's good, y'all?
Yeah, it's
If
Hey.
I
been good.
need to transfer to my phone to continue to stream, I may. It just depends. I'm gonna hook my phone up right now. Give me
We'll
one
take over
second.
the show. Don't you worry about
Okay.
it.
Yeah, shit, I've been good, but like, yeah, think about combining personas. I mean, it was a long decision for me to think about, but because you gotta remember what I talk about on here can affect. We're in a privileged area, right? Like
Yes.
the shit that we talk about on here, I would like pretty much, especially on my channel, I would be getting fired on every job I've ever had. Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was just on my phone.
Yeah, even with the way I talk about wrestling and shit, like I would be fired like a motherfucker, but like
Not over wrestling. Oh, wrestling too?
I mean the way I talk about it, yeah, you could say kind of.
Well, yeah, like some of the shit. Like again, there are some jobs I've had where, like, my managers watch my shit. Like they watch this channel, they watch my old channel, what have you. And there are other people that have been able, like, and then there are other jobs like my I do like freelance, like semi-freelance photography right now. I do that and work events. So like one job I can kind of be, where I can, I don't have to worry about anything. Like I get, even if I say, oh yeah, I'm going to this event, it's no issue. But if it's like the freelance, like I'm not gonna say where I work, or I'm not gonna do that because it's a lot more uppity things. Hell, when I was doing banquets back at the end of the year, I was doing like galas and shit. I was doing like bartending for that shit. You know, a lot different than, let's say, if I was working in a kitchen, because like it's like different cultures, if you will.
Do
Because
they
I've
be
worked
giving out good tips?
depends. I worked at this one at the Alamo, and you know, I was making the most tips of all the people that I was doing it with. It depends on, I would say, the area you are doing it and the people that are there, because sometimes they will, like, you know, like some events, the drinks were complimentary, so I could give a person a Jack and Coke 5 times, unless they're fucking, you know, getting wasted, right? But like, so
Yeah.
you know, they're more likely to tip you more money because they're not spending any money on the liquor or the beer or the fucking alcohol in general. So it just depends on the scenario. Like
It's
I was
interesting.
working Formula One last year in Austin, and like I
What happened?
made, what happened? Who disappeared?
Oh, my stuff freezing.
Can you hear me, Bunny?
Okay, I can hear you now. I don't know why my
Okay.
stuff was freezing for a second.
That Wi-Fi connection.
I don't know
So,
what's
like-
going on, Lenny. I have no idea what's happening, Lenny. My stuff messing up.
So my point is regarding that. So yeah, I was making decent tips, but like for an event like that, I felt like I could have made more. But I guess it was just for the area I was in. So it's more so the area and the clientele that you really need to focus on. But I was like I've improved, like I would say, like job wise over the last year. Because like as you see with the picture on the screen, I've been wearing more suits at certain places now, which I never thought I would do.
Man, you suited and booted.
Yeah, I fucking, you know, I'm enjoying it. You know, sometimes. Or go ahead, Omega.
I
Go
need to
ahead.
get it too because I'm trying to if I'm gonna be DJing events like weddings and stuff, I need to get myself a tux.
That's true. I mean, they look nice though. They do, and that's true because you know DJs definitely get invited to that type of stuff, weddings and stuff. That's true.
Like weddings and quinceañeras, especially in the summertime, because that's when people get married and
quinceañeras. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
and that's the other thing with me is that like I'm trying to go for, like, I consider myself mid freelance. Like I'm working for a company, but I'm also doing stuff on the side. Like my goal, either by summertime or by the end of summer, is to go full on freelance. So like that is something I'm going to be working on, because like it's something that I kind of just fell into with the photography stuff, and so that's something, because you know I kind of want to be able to own my own shit, if you will, because you know,
I understand that.
Real estate. No.
that's why I'm my own business. Like I feel like I'm getting older and I'm getting tired of people telling me what the fuck to do.
exactly.
Yeah, I'm at that
Like-
point too. I'm at that point too.
I've said like literally the people
I
that
don't
like
work anymore. I'm like, I'm getting tired of people telling me what to do. Like go faster. I'm like, I don't. You see some gray, so you know I'm not that young. But go fuck yourself.
Well, here's the other thing. Like my company, like the company I work for, I won't say who or whatnot, but like I'll be open and honest. Like,
prostitute, Bill prostitute.
I will be openly honest. The guy who runs that shit is a complete asshole and someone that I don't like. I literally say I'm only working for that company right now, and even if this goes back, I don't care, because I've already got some experience. I can go elsewhere until I get more into my zone, if you will. But like, I'm only working that place. It pays really well. I'm not gonna deny that. But I'm only working there primarily to get some experience going, to where and get more people to know the air, like to know once I go full freelance, and so where I can just say. Plus, also my girl and I's 1 year anniversary is coming up in June. So I'm putting a lot of that money on that. So, you know, that's something else I'm working on in regards to that. And the thing about going freelance is that you can, be your own boss, like Omega said, set your own schedule, work
I
whatever
understand.
days, yeah,
I
work
definitely
whatever days you want to work, and don't have to fucking. Because again, I'll reiterate this: a lot of people on here, I feel like they don't have a lot of goals. I feel like
mhm.
they don't have ambition. They want to be like maybe their ambition on here is to be the biggest person on here. But I've always said this: the chances of a lot of people getting monetized or getting that YouTube stardom on here in our community is slim to none. And I just do this to have fun. I don't do this to fucking make a living off of. I go on here to chat with like y'all. Have good conversations.
Oh,
My
thank
point
you.
my point is that I feel like a lot of people don't have ambition, and it's just a continuous hate brigade and all that. And I feel like
I understand
the
again.
yeah the
Yeah.
amount of like aggression, the amount of anger and all that. If you put instead of putting that towards your, I guess, quote unquote enemies on YouTube, or put that on anybody in real life, if you put that towards your fucking like job or your passion of what you want to do, you could achieve a lot of fucking things.
No, I feel you because I've been seeing a lot of that. Like, and honestly, I've been through that myself too, where you just put too much into the BS, right?
Yeah,
It's like
we've been
too
there,
much into the BS, and it's like it could be into something way better, like you said, and like even with the YouTube thing, it's true. It's like you could, because I've seen channels, do well off of drama and all of that, but you got to be like real consistent with it, and it has to like really gain something. It seems like if you really want to get monetized or have something on here, you got to really stick to something that really relates to a lot of people, because when you do that type of stuff, like you said, it's like a lot of people won't know what the hell going on, you know.
Yeah, it's like okay, for example, I could like I'll use Lennon as an example. Lennon, unfortunately, Lennon, for some reason, when anybody's ever done drama videos against Lennon, and myself included, when me and Lennon had issues, Lennon, surprisingly, if you talk shit about Lennon, you attract views. Literally, Lennon, the rant and rave, for example. They're now granted, you weren't the only one they were talking shit about back then. This was many years ago,
No,
and
no, yeah.
everybody in the rant and rave community
And
welcomed
it
you
had to
back
happen
and
on
all
my
that.
birthday.
Yeah. But like that rant and rave episode is still to this day the most viewed rant and rave episode in history. And I don't
Yeah,
ever. It's gonna take a Hail Mary, and this is no disrespect to any of the guys, but that's a rarity. Like
yeah.
you, and even when I used to, the Truth About Land's Kitchen, right? Those videos attracted fucking. So like, if I really wanted to like get easy views on drama, all I gotta do is say fuck Lennon. I cut ties with him. Truth About Land's Kitchen, the reboot. Something like that, right?
You
My
know,
point, because all the old episodes are gone, so it would be a
yeah.
reboot technically.
Me, me and Mason, we were talking the other day, and we were like, you know, we look back at like when Mason did that truth about, truth about Lennon's Kitchen 4. We we just laugh about it now
Yeah,
because of how stupid we were.
Mason paid back
That's
all
not
all the Mason paid back all the monetization for licensing that name, because I was the creator of that. So Mason paid up all the years of monetization he owed me. So yeah, um, so just FYI on that. I told Mason, and when Mason told me, he's like, "Hey Chain, can I use the Truth About Land's Kitchen name?" I was like, "Yeah, sure. You're just gonna pay me $1,000 and all this other stuff." And he's like, "I'll pay you one day." I was like, I'll see you to it." And Mason finally did. So had to charge him a
Uh,
thousand dollars for for licensing the brand.
I will say this about each and every one of us here is that Money, Omega, Chayton, and me. Look, guys, we have, like I was talking about personas earlier. We have several personas. One of them is work. Okay, work persona. We go. We have to be professional at work. And then
Yeah.
we have
Mm-hmm.
we have our private persona. Okay, we're bumps on a log after work persona, or we run around places and scare people persona. And then we
Yeah.
have our YouTube persona, which is this. We we put this stuff together. We put things on a screen to impress y'all. Okay,
Yeah.
to entertain y'all, make y'all laugh, make y'all cry, make y'all throw stuff at a TV, make y'all yell at us. Yeah, all right. We make content to make y'all sing with us.
Or just make you think about things differently. There's a plethora of things we do. Like I've always said, I'm here to entertain. That's my like. Do I owe anybody anything on here, like in terms of like my time, because I'm not getting paid to do this?
Apologies.
No,
Just kidding.
none of us are getting paid to do this. My
Yeah,
point
we're
is though, is that I do this because I want to. I do this for fun. I do this to entertain.
yeah.
Are there times I do it to piss some people off? Yes, because hey, interaction. But like the point is though, is that like I've always been known to entertain, make people laugh, piss some people off, and that's
Make
just
people
that's
cry.
how it is. You're not gonna be fucking everybody's cup of tea. Like Lennon, when you and I have talked about this in the past, I've told you, I've told other people this. You're not the only one. I've said this. I've said that I'm not everybody's cup of tea. I could be a little much. I understand that.
Yeah. Yeah,
You know,
I'm not everybody's cup of tea, unfortunately, And
Yeah.
yeah,
No.
unfortunately,
and that's life.
I do it for
we
my
run into
sanity.
people.
I do it for my sanity. I have a lot of things and thoughts on a lot of shit that's going on, and the internet's my release therapy for right now.
Yeah. Sometimes, well, I'll agree with you on that, Omega. There are times when if I need to vent about someone or vent about something in general, that is a release of any. Because think about it this way: I'm not a violent person. You like
I am.
I've always said this. You come like like I'm really a pacifist nowadays. If you come near, if you come near my place, unwanted, I'm not gonna come out and fight you. I'm gonna put a bullet in you because that's just I have things that I gotta protect.
Okay.
I'm laughing because
said that
that's how them people that be owning them ranches and them farms and shit.
Yeah.
You sound like them. Like you step on my shit.
Well, yeah, because I have things, and it would be no different than any of us. We have things we have to protect, whether that's our homes, whether that's our families, our wives, our girlfriends, boyfriends, what
Whatever,
have you,
yeah.
our kids, our
Yeah.
dogs, cats, our
Our
pet
everything.
rodents,
Yeah.
like whatever, right? So like in regards
It's
to all
good that
that,
we got that right too. Like honestly, I feel like that's a right that we should be able to keep.
yeah. And what I was saying though about this is that we have like in regards to all this, like I'm not saying that if I didn't vent anything about on the internet, I would fucking go and fucking shoot up a place or fucking go beat people up just for looking at me funny. But it is somewhere that you can come in here and you can vent, you can have your opinions. And yes, not everybody's gonna fucking agree with you. Not everybody's gonna like what you say. But that's what makes us human.
And that's why you should keep going. I feel like some people get too caught up in that. Like I feel like it's too many people that try to prove things to people that it ain't worth proving to.
I used to be like that, Money. Whenever somebody would say, oh, like for example, I've had people call my girl a street hooker, right?
Oh,
I've had people say that I don't work, right? Or they say this or that. I laugh at that. Like I don't need to fucking, my girl and I laugh at that. It's stuff that like the people that actually like I have a very like small circle from YouTube that basically they know a lot about my life, like even stuff that maybe that some people will be like, why do you tell them like they're good people, right? But like there are people that have my personal number. I don't give my number out like candy, and they know while like with Lennon, I tell Lennon this. while I may be preoccupied at times with either work or my girl or whatever, I will always try to make time and make sure that even with a simple text message, to make sure, because that's a pet peeve of me. Whenever, like, especially with women in the past, whenever you're like talking to them and they both of you seem interested, and then one or the other ghosts the other person, and it's like a simple you're not interested, or simple I'm busy, or simple whatever can do a lot of good. But my point is though is that, like,
I'm just kidding.
well, yeah, that too. So my point is though is that like, Lennon knows, Dragon knows, Mason knows, whoever,
Yeah.
whoever, they know that and y'all, like, if you need, like, depending on what type of social media we're on or whatnot,
Yeah.
we know that if we need to hit someone up, I may not respond right away, but I will always make
Hit
time
it off. No, I'm
to,
just kidding.
yeah, it's like, okay, for
Yeah.
example, go
Okay.
ahead.
I'll put it this way. I fall under the same category too. When people hit me up on social media platforms, I'm like, I got many of them. Sorry, I forget shit. And even I even
Oh, I
do
get
shit, and don't even feel, and don't take it personally, because I even do this shit to my own mama and my own dad. Which, yeah, like
Yeah,
okay, like, but basically, they live like an hour away, right? And my mom always told me, hey, when you get home, call me so I know that you're there. And straight up, I just legit forget. Like, it's not because I don't want to do, I just legit forget.
I'll admit, I've done that too.
You know, I
I've
could
done
be
that
dead,
too.
I could be dead, and they wouldn't know for like a month. Like, basically.
Well, it's funny also with social media, right? You have people that, like, I don't, like,
And by the way,
surprisingly,
I did that when I lived down the street from my mom, 5 minutes away. I was like, Mom, I promise you, I'll call you back. But then I get home and I straight up still legit forget. But now that I'm like an hour away, and now it's even worse because
well, it's funny because, like, yeah, it was like when my mom was like living in the same complex as me, right? Before I had to take care of her more periodically at that time. There were times where I came home and, like, she would, like, do it, and there were times I just come home and I want to fucking, like, and it's funny now. I told her recently. I said, yeah, I'm kind of glad that everything's where it is now, because a lot of times when I come home from work now, because I deal with a lot more. Like, back then, I didn't deal with as many people, but nowadays I deal with a lot fucking more people. Like, in some cases, I deal with 5 to 20,000 people a day. And then other cases, I deal with a few hundred people, depending on what I'm doing that day from work. My point is, though, is that, like, believe it or not, I've always said this to people. Very charismatic, very, very outgoing, as far as, like, if you know me. But, like, if you don't know me, I'm probably the most fuck you person, like, in terms of people. I am not the biggest people person.
That was my first impression. Of you. I'm just kidding.
Well,
I mean, I feel like that too, but I kind of have to force. I did activities to kind of force myself to be a people person, especially if I'm on my own business, because
yeah, that's
DJ,
something,
right? Like, I might change my side jobs around. Like,
man, you've been going on, Omega, man. I ain't talked to you in a minute, man. It seems like you got some stuff on your mind. Like, what's been happening, Omega?
Yo, shit, it's a lot, man. But yeah, I mean, I've been doing some big speaking classes, like, as far as like there would be like events in Seattle where you would just show up there and you would just speak, and maybe we'll have fun speaking, and just to master.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, but just random people and shit, and entrepreneur classes. So I've been learning a lot about businesses and stuff. And I even talked to a strip club owner because I went to his.
You did, Omega, huh?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I mean, I was trying to be a bouncer there because I heard that my homegirl, she hooked me up with the job, and she says a lot of people who start off as a bouncer, they move up to being a DJ there. But
that's wow. I never heard of that before.
That's crazy. That's great.
Start off as a bouncer to become a DJ.
There you go.
Yeah.
No, Omega.
Yeah, and but he was talking to me, and we had like an in-depth conversation, about in that conversation alone. I don't know, just I walked away with perhaps I want to be a club owner one day or some shit, you know, like
That sounds cool.
Well, and the other thing is that you can like with that like I've even had certain friends of mine who like they started off as I have a buddy of mine who works. I think he still works at Coyote Ugly.
Mm-hmm.
He started off as a bouncer, and now he's like he's now like either a bartender. He makes a lot more doing bartending now than he does doing that. But like I've seen people even in like one strip club. I can't remember what exactly they did, or maybe they were about. I can't remember, but it's just like because and even if some people say, well, Omega doesn't look like, but I've seen some bouncers that look like the same body frame as Omega.
Because I was thinking, like, when you was talking about the other bouncer guy, I was thinking, like, did he have the whoop some ass? Because some of these bouncers be having the whoop some ass. Some of them.
It depends. It's like this. Think of it like this. A lot of times when it ever comes to that, is the person is usually belligerent. Like most likely, you're not gonna run into John Claude Van Damme. He's gonna challenge you to Mortal Kombat or some shit.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not. There's not. It's usually, especially at the bounce as a strip club. Like if it gets to that level, it's some drunk dude that's like, I ain't leaving, and he probably, and worst case scenario, he'll like swing, and when drunks swing, you can easily take them down. I know this. My daddy's drunk. My daddy's a drunk too. So I've experienced dealing with drunks. So I mean,
yeah,
me too.
I had to pin him down a few times before he went crazy and pissed himself and shit. So yeah, kind of.
Yeah, no, I get that, and that's the other thing too, is because like I know bouncers who are smaller in stature, and then also people who are like, again, like I used to go to Coyote Ugly. I used to frequent it a lot more, but I still have connections with some of the people in there, primarily the bouncers, and there's some big ass motherfuckers who like you kind of the stereotypical bouncer, and they got some other guys who are smaller in stature, but they can still handle their own. And again, with drunk people, kind of what Omega said, it's not too complicated. It's
and plus, you got a squad to back you up too. Usually, maybe not a squad, but like the back's 3 people backing you. So
yeah.
Pick a big motherfucker out. That's what
I've seen it like going back to Coyote. I've seen like one person who is a fucking big ass motherfucker and the smaller guy working the same day or some shit. And then even at some strip clubs, I used to like. I'm planning on taking my girl there for a strip club for a birthday later this year. Because we were debating about going to a strip club. I was like, maybe your birthday. I don't want to come like not on our 1 year, but your birthday will take because she it's like when Mason was going to a strip club last year, right? And me and Dragon were gonna go. And, yeah, and well, I wouldn't mind going with if my girl and Mason wanted to go, that'd be one thing. Hey, maybe she'll get to go earlier. I don't know. My point is that like, we were going to go and then someone got in their feelings and we had to cancel the whole thing. It's all good. But that strip club I'm familiar with. I used to know some girl who used to be there. She's like one of the rare ones. We hooked up a few times. She was one of the rare ones that was fucking that, strippers when they say, oh, I'm only doing this for a better life, right? Or I'm doing this to improve. Like I'm only doing this temporarily to do something else. But usually they're there till they're 50. This chick, still friends with her. She went from doing that. Now she owns her own plumbing business. And you would think,
what type of transformation is that? Whoa.
Yeah, but she's making killer money. She's like, all that. And I'm so like, we're not like extreme, like we're not best friends, but like I'm proud of her for what, because again, she went from working for probably, she used to tell me that the owner was a pig. I don't know if that's still the same owner.
My bad, Charlie. I see you in the comment. I just looked at the comment. Turn up, Dragon.
No, you're good. Like, and she did. So that's what I'm saying about like going back to that ambition about making something of your life. And, maybe some people think, oh, owning a plumbing business, but hey, those things can make you a lot of money if you know what to do.
That's so true, though. That is very true, though. And
so,
it should be expensive, too. When your pipes go out, stuff get bursted out, That stuff costs a lot of money sometimes.
Why do you think? Why do you think one of the reasons why I like living in apartments? Because I had that issue. What was it? A few many years ago, probably 2017, 2018. 2017 because I moved here in 2017 at the end. But I had that same issue where I had, and funny enough, I'll tell the story. So David may get mad at me for talking about this, but it's all good. So we were on Sloppy Stream. Actually, Dragon was there with me. We were on Sloppy Stream a few nights ago, and Omega. I don't know if you remember him, but Money will. Brian Absher.
Mm-hmm.
Our favorite little hill. But my girl, like everybody thinks to this says, why do people so like my girl, like she's like, or he's like a national treasure to her. She's is like a lol machine. She just thinks he's so hilarious with all the stupid shit he does. Anyway.
Yeah, I do too, though. I do think he's hilarious too. I do. He
fucking told Sloppy that he hadn't bathed in 2 months because his water broke, or his pipe broke in his trailer. And I don't know why the dumb motherfucker did this, but like agreed to this. But when he was trying to find a rat, he was gonna beat it with the broom. Hey Greg, how you doing, man? I asked Brian to show us around the house, like his trailer, right? And I'm telling you, it was the most disgusting thing I have ever seen.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I did not know.
Hello, Batman.
Hello, Trayton.
Oh, who was that? Oh, that's Dragon.
What's the deal, money? Turn up, son.
What's up, Batman? What's up, Batman?
Yeah, don't look. Hey, that's just a temporary thing, right? Because sometimes, we try to open StreamYard, it goes to a default blank account. So I just
You've been jumping into other people's streams. Your stuff on default, huh? My stuff be like that too. It's
and I'd be like, what the fuck, dude? I thought I'm signed in. I was like, fuck it, I just call myself Batman just temporarily. Anyway, where you been, son? How's father time?
I'm doing well, man. It's amazing. Sometimes I'll be thinking to myself, I'll be like, man, I'll be wanting to pull the camera out. I need to pull the camera out again, right? But I'll be trying my best to enjoy the moments, though.
Yeah, sometimes like those types of things, you always it's like when I go to concerts, right? Like I always it irritates me when people sit there, like go there and they film everything, like they'll film the entire set of the show. And I guess it's good for people who weren't there who want to see it, but as far as like anything else, like whenever I film anything, because I'll admit I film whenever I'm at a concert, I film stuff, but like I only film like 30 seconds to a minute every few songs, and usually it's only a song that I really like, but even when I'm filming it, I don't focus on if I'm getting the shot good. I'm focusing on watching it, right? And it goes to anything in life. Like Dragon, you know this more than anybody. There were things that nothing bad, but there were things that we showed on camera, and then there were things we like, just natural things that happened behind the scenes that didn't need a camera, didn't need a fucking like.
Yeah, that's understandable. That's very understandable.
What Shane's trying to say is that we just try to live within the moment.
Yeah.
Right.
Hell, even my girl and I, there was some funny ass shit that we do, like that. Like there's stuff that I film that me and her like do some funny ass shit that really no one sees it. Like the only person I ever show anything to, most likely who's seen a lot of stuff, is my mother. But like as far as like there was stuff that we did, and on camera, and there was stuff that we did, and it's just like then there like part of me is like, oh damn, I wish I recorded that. But it's like sometimes you don't need to have that memory implanted on your phone or your laptop or whatever. You want that, just that memory.
I agree, because some people get obsessed with it, right? And some people use it to just get more attention that they know they wouldn't normally get, right? Like for example, like with their kids. Now, some people love their kids, and I can get it, but some people just they'll just use it, like everything about their kids to get attention, and and it just to me it just be like, oh, it don't seem so loving when it's just so much.
Like even when with my daughter, like we did post a lot of like pictures back in the day and all that, and but even then it wasn't like I didn't like in terms of like those things. I didn't really post on like online in regards to like memories and stuff, like or YouTube, I guess I would better say, like in terms of like Facebook or Instagram. But even then, it's like I have stuff that still in my photo gallery that I never posted to anybody. Probably only my girl, my mom have seen, maybe a few others. But it's just like there are certain things that even if you want that visualization of the memory, it's just something that like I have a lot of memories that were not filmed, and
Right, it's nothing wrong with doing it. Like if you want to do it, that's fine. It's just like some people just it's like they only do it for specific reasons.
Clicks, clout. Like oh, they're like with the Network 3000. I've recorded some stuff from concerts and posted it on this channel, and it's gotten an incredible amount of views. Like I remember when I was doing the vlog series, The House Files, I did 2 episodes, and I realized that I was filming a lot of content, and I realized I wasn't like I felt like it was more like work than it was enjoying the moment, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I decided. Plus, also the viewership compared to the shorts and the videos themselves were incredibly different. So I decided, well, I could just record this low 15-second clip, enjoy the moment, and then and give this channel some extra free views, if you will. But even
I kind of feel like that when I review wrestling. That's how especially I feel sometimes, right? Like especially when I first started years ago. Like I would sit there and watch Raw, but I would have like a notepad to like write down the matches so that when I talk about the matches, what happened as far as what happened on Monday Night Raw, I would have a notepad, go down the list and stuff, and then I'll write down, okay, I would write down my thoughts for that moment happening, and then so then that's one of the reasons why at best, if I'm talking about wrestling, I didn't do Monday Night Raw reviews consistently, because or pay-per-view reviews consistently. I would just do them if honestly, if either it would give me views or I just really, really love the pay-per-view.
Right, it does.
And I will get to that in a moment, but like what DJ Sombrero was saying, and me and Len, I will say this because Wonderland of the Americas is here in San Antonio. Most of us are.
Wonderland.
That's a mall here in San Antonio.
Hey, sorry to interrupt you, Chain, but
what?
Oh,
man, you there? He broke up for a moment. Give him a few moments. Anyway, so like, yeah, I probably will not be able to attend. I would like to, but I won't, most likely because of work. That's the only thing I've had to really sacrifice with work is because of the fact that my girl and I, and that's why I'm trying to go full freelance, because my girl and I, our work schedules are kind of all over the place. Like her work schedule, she's usually off Saturday, Sunday. Those are the days I usually Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Sometimes mostly Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But like, so that's what sucks. Like I was fortunate, like the last 2 days, she took off. He should be back. I took off and she took off and we were able to like go see a movie and enjoy ourselves that day. She went
that sounds really cool. DJ, I want some of those retro video games because I see he talking about DJ. Let me see what retro video games you got, man. I would really like some of them.
Yeah, there is a retro game store in that mall that's pretty good. I've gotten a few games from there.
Oh, I've seen some of them photos, Chayton, that you posted, and I liked it. I seen you got Blade and Yeah, I seen some.
Yeah, that one.
You
That
know
one.
me, I'm into that.
Yeah, my girl and I, we went to this there where she used to live. There's this retro game store just down the street from where she used to live that we frequent when we're over there,
I
and
love that.
we and the prices are pretty good. And I think it was Blade. Yeah, I saw Blade 2, and I had an emulator for it. Like I could play it right now on my laptop right now,
Uh-huh.
but that case was fucking in pristine condition. So like it was like fucking it was like $30. I was like, you know what? I'll pick it up. That one, and I think the Punisher game, that was another rare
I
find for
never
me.
played that game. I never
It's
played
fun.
that.
Fun. Excuse me,
No,
fun
I
fact.
played it. It's pretty dope.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
fun fact about it
Is
is
it
that
the side scroller one where you just kind of like you know how Double Dragon
no,
is?
no, the one that came out in 05, it was it's like a
Oh,
yeah, it's fun fact about that game though, the one from 05. That one was made by Volition, who would later make the Saints Row games. Also, fun fact, they were supposed to make a Punisher 2 game, and it was going to be open world. Well, I think either the licensing ran out or something. I can't remember exactly what caused it to get canceled, but they got canceled. But they were already developing it. So what they did was they used the the stuff that they already made for that game and turned it into Saints Row. So technically, the Punisher game from 05 was kind of indirectly genesis of the Saints Row games. And if you play that
Wow,
game,
the more you know.
it has. You there, Dragon?
I say the more you know.
Yeah.
Right. The more
So,
you know.
So like I recommend going to play it because you do see a lot of like similarities to the Saints Row games in terms of its gameplay. I'm talking about the original, like the first 2 Saints Row games, not really the.
I played the second one.
Oh,
I
Lennon,
the second one.
Lennon, have you played Saints Row?
Nah.
You should play it.
no, I played Saints Row, the third one. That was it. But then
That one's really good.
Hey, Jay, you heard my ringtone before, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I think one day when you were getting a call when we were down here, I was like the fuck. Oh, I never finished about the home tour of Brian Absher. So Brian showed us there, and I said there's this one chick I hooked up with, this pregnant chick, and she had a disgusting place. I could only imagine how it smelled in Brian Absher's home, and his fucking toilet was fucking like filled with shit.
Hey.
Oh my gosh. Like, I don't want to
was-
make fun of him, but next time I talk to him, like, because I talked to him not too long ago, but oh gosh, because he got to work on that, man. DJ Sombrero, I want everything that you just wrote in those comments. DJ Sombrero, we need to hook up because
I told this story in Sloppy Stream because I had like my grandfather's house. We were in the process of selling it. Had some plumbing issues. Had a lot of different issues with the house. It was easier to sell it than it was to fix it. My point is that when we didn't have running water, so what I would do, and this is why I was trying to like tell Brian, was that either I had two options. Actually 3 options. Either A, go to a hotel, which I did from time to time. B, I went to a buddy's place, did the same thing. Or C, since I had a backyard with a fence and it was a pretty good fence where no one could see you unless they peek like above the fucking fence line, I would go out there butt ass naked and fucking pour like water, like gallons of water over me and fucking, because I take my hygiene very seriously. Maybe not like, since I smoke, I do brush my teeth and all this other shit, but maybe not with my teeth because I smoke. But other than that, I try to keep my hygiene in check.
Do you floss?
I tell you, that's the one thing I need to work on that, for example. And we lost Lennon. Hopefully, well, I may need to hit Lennon up either if he's still up later on, or either I'll hit him up tomorrow night because am I doing anything tomorrow night? No, I don't think I am. Anyway, But yeah, so I was just telling Brian that because I was like thinking there are ways to fucking keep up with some things. His dishes and his toilet, hell, go take a cup and fucking like go in it, dump it out. I don't know. But yeah, it is something, and it's sad, but you know what? It's like it's not entirely his fault because he lives with his dad, and his dad doesn't want to do that shit. So you know what? It's all that same. It was raised as so funny enough, like it was funny because I remember when I first went to the dentist many years ago, like when I was a kid. My mom,
Damn.
because I didn't really take care of my teeth back then. I'll be honest, I didn't. And my mom was expecting me to get so many cavities. And the funniest thing was when I went into the dentist and they checked everything, they cleaned my teeth or they did the rinsing and shit like that. They told me I had no cavities. So the look on my mom's face when she realized I didn't fucking have any cavities back, and that was back then when I didn't take care of them. I'm not telling anybody to fucking not take care of your teeth. Take care of your fucking teeth if you can.
I mean, I kind of grew up the same way. Like I didn't have the best teaching. Like, oh, brush your teeth, brush your teeth. Like after that, I've been to the dentist and went through the bullshit I went through when I was younger. I became a total fucking teeth nut. I did like I'm to the point where I brush my teeth after every time I eat. When I try to, because I didn't grow up like that. Like my people didn't teach me that. Like,
hey, Money, you ever have dreams where your teeth falls out?
Yep, I've definitely had dreams like that, Dragon. Definitely, and it feels so real when it happens.
Yeah, exactly. And does it make you want to value your teeth even more?
Yeah, I'm man, bro. I've had dreams like that recently, like for real.
Oh, funny how I talk about that. Well, you Chan, you got teeth dreams?
1 second.
Yeah, my teeth are fucked. Like, but they clean my shit, and they were telling me about. I definitely need to do some of my focus more on my gums too. Otherwise, I would.
Those are important too. Yeah, or make your gums very important.
Hey, Lennon.
They told me that I will lose my teeth or have dentures if I don't if I don't get down, if I don't really hyper focus on gums and whatever, especially since because I did drugs in the past. When you do drugs, you tend to like grind your teeth, and so yeah, my teeth or bottom teeth are kind of grinded down. So
yes,
yeah.
Hey, Lena, do you have teeth dreams?
No.
Okay. Well, you Chan, do you have teeth dreams?
Well, no, I I look at it this way, like my girl likes my teeth, they're like, I don't really care about they don't are they the greatest? I wouldn't say so, but you know what? Like, hell, funny story. When I was younger, I had a I still somewhat have a gap, but I don't have it as big as I used to. And I didn't ever do braces, but funny enough, I think this one dude I got into a fight with. This is probably when I was like, I can't remember how old I was. This was like fucking probably 17, somewhere around there. So my gap was like to the point where, if I tried to smile with my lips shut, it would still be like a gap, like kind of like SpongeBob, because there's a gap in between the two front. But like when I got into a fight, it was with this dude out, and I'll say this: he's the only dude I've ever fought who actually rocked me. He didn't knock me out, but he got damn close.
Damn, I've been rocked before in a practice spar before.
Yeah,
like a practice boxing sparring match where with real gloves. I've been rocked before.
But I will say this: the guy who he hit me straight like in the mouth, right? And I don't know how he did it, but that punch, I guess, was so powerful. It fucking pushed the gap back into my teeth. So I think the next day I looked and I'm like, wait a second, where's that? Me and him made peace afterwards. We were cool and all that. But my point was that I thanked him later on. I told him, I said, thank you for that fight. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, because you helped fucking push the gap in my teeth. Now my gap is not as bad. I'm like, I didn't need braces. I didn't have to pay for it. Fuck, it was fucking great. So like,
Oh,
go ahead, Dragon.
oh yeah, oh yeah. Hey,
No.
oh yeah, buddy. Yeah, speaking of sparring, me and Che, we trying to make that happen.
What? What you mean? What you mean?
We gonna have a sparring session too. No, just
Like
so
real
that.
talk, that really happened to me though. I was kind of young though. I was kind of young when it happened, and I was sparring with like a way older dude than me. He was kind of older, you know, and we sparred it out. I remember this like it was yesterday. We had the gloves and everything, and when it started, I was getting some good shots off. I ain't gonna lie, I was getting some good jabs off and shit. You know what I'm saying? But this dude was like way older than me, though. He was like at this time, this dude was way older than me. He was way bigger than me. But I was getting some good jabs off him, and he even said it. He was like, "Oh shit, you got some jabs," and then he just rocked my ass. And then I woke up like seconds later.
I guess he started taking you seriously.
Right, you know what I'm saying? But hey, hey, you live and you learn, right? You live and you learn.
Yeah, and that's the other. Yeah, so yeah, Dragon and me have talked about that because it's just like Dragon has been the only motherfucker who's ever like been able to on here can ever say he's slapped me or gave me a Gunther chop like type shit. You know, that's stuff.
Oh, Gunka. Right, big goomp.
Yeah, that's like stuff that Dragon could say that nobody else could say. Like Dan and me had like a more of a fucking where we were just like doing it for shits and giggles and weren't like legit fighting. So I don't really count that. But like but yeah, Dragon and me were fucking Dragon was doing that. We did like a slapathon and a fucking chopathon. But yeah, we have been talking about that next time because it would be something that like I've told him. I said the one part I'm curious is the grapple game. I'm very curious because of the size. Even though I'm not that big, like I'm only like usually between 180 to 200, so it's not like I'm fucking that gargantuan. Like I'm not like I don't have that much of a big ass weight advantage.
Well, that's not bad. You know, it's always good to have a grapple game. You know, just in case.
Yeah,
it's
yeah. So
good
yeah,
to have that.
If possible, we start with striking, preferably punches. Yeah, but if Chain decide to go kicking, he needs to buy shin guards, and then we go.
I mean, how tall are you, Tatum? What's your height? Like,
5'10".
Okay, so that's not bad. I mean, that's not really bad.
Yeah, I'm about
especially
5'8".
if you like working out and stuff. It's not bad.
Yeah, in the second game, we just do grappling. So basically, we're just trying to flip each other off the ground, or just slam each other on the ground. And third, we just do a ground game, which basically try to submit the other or whatever.
And that part I'm very curious because both of those have like jujitsu training,
but different.
Yeah, different styles. So like that because like that is going to be the part where I'm thinking is going to be the most interesting part. Now DJ Sombrero asks, where are you from, Dragon?
That's right. Where are you from, Dragon?
Philadelphia. Born and raised, the playground where I spend most of my
days, chilling out, relaxing out.
Relax some people outside the school. Well, a couple of guys. Well, up to no good.
Trouble. Hey, you heard Will Smith's freestyle rap? I've seen it on the Instagram. His freestyle rap he did.
Who?
Will Smith, because he has a new album out.
Yeah, I'm from Philadelphia.
Yeah. Yeah, he has a new album out, and like he did like a freestyle rap. I was like, damn, this is kind of filthy.
What? I can't believe he's still rapping. Can't believe it.
Yeah, he has a new album out. Yeah.
I mean, I used to like his raps, especially his old school raps. I think his old school raps was pretty good. Like, kind of hardcore, you know what I'm saying? Right. Like the 80s, early 90s.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, for real. But I mean, I don't know if he went back in his old ways. Like, I don't know. He did like a BD rap. I thought it was cool, but a lot of people say it was lame. But I'm like, nah, I think it was cool.
See, that's just like getting jiggy with it. That's just like getting jiggy. Everybody said it was lame.
Stop. I'm just saying. But they that much.
right? It's like kind of like the same shit. Cause this dude, he ain't no LL Cool J. I'll put it like that.
Right.
He
Like
won it.
I wouldn't say it's like it did getting jiggy with it vibes. It gave off like the old school vibe that you
Which I like. I really like that. Like that stuff with Jazzy, Jazzy J. I like it. I really like that. That shit was cool. Shit, Men in Black. Shit, even Men in Black was pretty cool. The Men in Black soundtrack.
What about the Wild Wild West soundtrack?
Oh, Wild Wild West was really good too.
But
that was good.
The movie, I never seen it, but I heard that it got bad reception.
Yeah, that movie was crazy as hell. It reminded me of Back to the Future 3. That movie was crazy, but the soundtrack was really good though.
Yeah, it's what do you call it? Yeah, I didn't even know about that either with regarding Will Smith. It is crazy. Let me see. Okay. Oh, dang! It doesn't feel like it's that late. I thought it was like fucking. I thought it was like already. It just about to hit one, and now it's like it's all that. Yeah, it's just crazy how like yeah, dragging me or think about doing that regarding the sparring thing. We're trying to plan some stuff as well regarding more stuff to do around here. And it's gonna be another fun year of people of meeting people. You good, Lennon?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I am. I just want to say that I'm probably gonna get off here.
Okay. Are you still?
Yeah, I think I'm
gonna
gonna head out too.
Are you still gonna be up for a minute, Lennon, or are you gonna go to bed?
I can be up for a little bit, but
okay.
But I'll give you guys check out my channel.
Bless you.
Because on Sunday, because we're having I'm gonna do a birthday stream on Sunday, so it's gonna be an open social circle.
I need to come in, Lennon. I need to come through. I was looking at your channel the other day. I need to come in there and come chat it up.
Depending on what time
your
you do
birthday
it, Lennon, what time I get, what time you get you do the stream and how long you do it, and what time, depending on what time I get off, I'll try to make it.
Whenever. Okay, two answers. Number one, whenever Daddy feels like it, and number two, however long Daddy wants to do it. Okay?
Wait, are you Daddy?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
I'm gonna have to have a talk with Mason about that then.
Wait. So what Mason is? Is Mason the sugar baby?
Oh yeah.
I go right here.
What the hell is Mason at? What the hell is he at?
He's here. He's watching.
Mason, where you at, Mason?
He's my tiny puppet. He does whatever I say.
Oh my gosh, Lennon. Oh my goodness.
Hey, Lennon. When someone like give you a hard time, have you ever threatened to hit someone with your walking stick?
Oh my goodness.
Oh no, never. Never.
Even
someone so freaky. Dragon, that sounds so freaky.
I thought that Lennon's the type of guy to do that if you try to know.
Some of them like that. I ain't gonna say who, but some people like that.
DJ Sombrero asks, so what systems you got, Dragon?
I have
that's a good question.
I have Gamecast.
This ain't no damn. What movie is that from? Scary movie? I forget what movie that's from. Oh, that's from damn Malibu's Most Wanted.
Only got Gamecast, man, because I can't afford any modern consoles.
Right, got the Gamecast.
Yeah, like right now for me, I got the like my girl, she has the original Xbox and the PS3, and then I have the PS5. But we're kind of good with that right now. If I do get another system, I probably want to get a Xbox either One again or a Series. But like other than that, I really have no interest in getting the Switch 2. If I do get another Switch, I'm just gonna get the Switch Lite.
That's funny. I'm playing my Switch right now as you speak. I'm playing my Switch 1. I still like my Switch 1. I'm playing that right now.
Yeah, that came
out. Money, what systems you got? Sombrero was asking.
Who, me? I got a
Yeah.
lot of systems. That's why I always jump from system to system. I mean,
Yeah.
it's more systems that I want, but I do have a lot of systems. I have systems from all genres, all of them.
Yeah, I'll hop on from like when I was doing right before I was doing this stream, I was playing some on my Xbox, and once I get done with this, I'm probably gonna hop on the PS3 because I'm trying to beat Dead Space 2 again, and then I'll probably go back to PS5 and play Dead Space remake. It just like it varies, but like those are the ones I got right now. Yeah,
Oh, no,
a lot
that
of Game
sounds
Boy.
cool. These are the main games that I'm playing currently right now. GTA 4, because, you
That's a
know,
good
I
one.
live my San Andreas shit. So now I'm playing GTA 4. I'm playing poker. I got this cool ass poker game for the 360 that's really cool. Y'all should see it. I play that a lot. And I'm playing Pokemon on the Switch. I'm still a big Pokemon fan. But yeah, that's a weird ass combination of games I'm playing, ain't it?
Which
Yeah.
Pokemon?
Doing.
Which Pokemon?
Which one is this? This is the remake. Pokemon shit. This is the remake.
The Sinnoh one?
Brilliant, right? Brilliant
Yeah, the Sinnoh
Diamond.
one. Yeah, the Sinnoh one. I
Yeah,
told you.
Brilliant Diamond, which
Yeah, I
I
told
really like.
I
Yeah,
do
you
want to
told
get that Yu-Gi-Oh collection that's on the Switch. I hate that it's only on the Switch. I wish it was out on PS5. I know it's like I think it's just the Game Boy or the handhelds, but I do want them to release Volume 2. I think it's a Volume 1 collection, and hopefully have Duels of the Rose and a few others from like the PS2, Xbox.
Oh yeah, I played those games. I love
Those
Yu-Gi-Oh.
games are the
I'm
shit.
still a Yu-Gi-Oh fan to this
Yeah.
day.
I'm playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel right now. Man. I'm telling you, it's good.
Yeah, I
You
know.
know,
I
Yu-Gi-Oh
used to
complex
see you
as
play
hell.
that, you know. But yeah, Lenny, you I could hit you because I'll probably be wrapping this up in a few minutes. So I could definitely hit you up. We could have our conversation before I get going like overall. So yeah, Lenny, if you're gonna be up for a little bit longer, I'll hit you up in a minute.
Well, all right, man, Tayden and everybody. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and head out and get a little rest for the night. And you know,
Yeah.
I'll be up tomorrow.
Hey,
Give me
hey,
some rest.
Omega. Good to
Yeah.
see you again, man.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
too, yeah. Good to see you, Omega.
How's your PS5 doing?
Yeah, it's good.
How's the box?
Box,
my
voice, yeah.
Oh shit.
What were you gonna say, Lennon?
It's probably
No,
it's our
okay, bye,
anniversary.
Omega.
Yeah, it's our anniversary.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
Omega.
Oh my god, I don't know if I sent you. Sorry, I don't know if I'll have to send it again, but I think I had sent you a friend request one time. I don't know if we ever got it around.
Who? Me?
Yeah,
Me,
Lennon.
you,
Yeah, Lennon said he sent you one. Yeah.
And
I
I
was gonna
didn't
s-
know how to send it to you.
Yeah, I was gonna say Omega. Yeah, it's been a minute. Like, and that's the thing. Like, a lot of us have been fucking just busy with life, so that's why we haven't been on here. It's crazy. I was talking to Money about this a while back, where there was a time where we were streaming a lot more, and nowadays we're kind of on and off. It just depends on if we have time. Because this is the first like panel live stream I've hosted in fucking how long has it been? Fucking probably a month. But you know,
No, dude.
I don't even know when the next one. Maybe next week. I don't know. But it's just that's why I may start calling these impromptu because I don't want to have people think that these are going to be a weekly thing. It may just be like when I feel like doing one, and that could be months from now. That could be days from now. That could be weeks from now. But yeah, it's just been crazy how a lot's changed for the better, mostly from like the days we were streaming a lot more often. And something I was going to say, before I wrap this up, you were talking earlier about like doing wrestling. So see, I thought about doing wrestling content on my channel back in the day, but I just couldn't, especially back then when Vince was still in charge. I just couldn't see myself sitting through 3 hours of Raw, Dynamite when it was on, or when I was paying attention to it more.
Me too.
SmackDown, NXT, shit like that. It just like
Yeah, it was that bad. That's like fuck it. I'll just like catch it if it's like maybe like a big pay-per-view like a WrestleMania or some shit, or you know. But like
yeah, like I'll watch like I watched the Raw after Mania. I watched parts of it because I was doing also with my girl, so I was kind of on and off of it. But like I was watching but like with Raw, I'll watch it like on Netflix. I'll watch it when I can. I got the subscription, so I might as well. But like as far as like what else is there? Like I don't really watch SmackDown. I barely watch Dynamite. I hate the ad system on Dynamite for Max. So I just watch it whenever I feel the need to. But even then, even the pay-per-views, like I watched the WWE ones, saw WrestleMania. I was able to watch that while I was at work. Watch both nights. You know, I said this earlier. I'm glad I didn't waste money going to it. Because there was some conversation between me and friends that we were going to go. And main event was great of night one. The first few matches of night two were great, and then it kind of died a death in the halfway point. So it's just like something that I'm not, that, you know, it's like, you know, there are times like hopefully I'll be working the SmackDown show in July, but you know, they're going to be here, and most likely they also do events, work events and all that. So hopefully I could do that, but not, it is what it is. But it is something that, you know, I mainly watch the pay-per-views, and at times I'll watch Raw. That's usually it. More power to the people that watch every show every week. Like, I have respect for that, because I couldn't do it. Even back when I was doing YouTube more full time, if you will.
Yeah.
But we'll wrap this up here, guys. Of course, thank you to Omega for coming in. It's been a minute. Definitely need to catch up again soon. Go check out his channel. I know he hasn't done anything in a little bit, but whenever he does, you'll be first to know. Check out, of course, Lance Kitchen, of course, his channel, and all that. And of course, Batman does not have a channel, or at least he doesn't make stuff on his channel. Then we have
occasionally I'll upload clips from PS5.
And then also King of Spades AD, Mr. Money. Go check out his channel, as well as everybody else who was in the chat. Jester and Chains, Sloppy Seconds. Let's see, Mosho Zombie said that about having a channel. Emu Inuyasha, you can also check him out on the Network 3000 and Cypress TV as well. And that's about it. Lennon, if you want, we can just stay here after we get off the air and just have our conversation here. You know, Dragon's cool. You know, yeah. So, yeah, I went to TNA actually in January. That was a fun time. Just sucks I got sick on night 2, but it is what it is. It's the only reason why I missed missed one day of work, I think. But anywho, make sure you like this. Again, don't expect anything. I'm not planning on doing one. Basically, if I do one, then, you know, just turn notification on. But thank you, everybody in the chat. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. I didn't think it was going to go this long, nor did I think I was going to be I had anybody. Also, shout out to everybody who was watching it, even when I had to take some calls and there was silence or there was some music playing. So shout out to everybody who was still watching during that period. And hopefully you'll learn some new things and were entertained by this stream and all that good stuff. So with that, y'all take care. I will, again, I think all of us will be put backstage once I end it. So just stay on. I'll add you back in once it's done with the outro. So with that, y'all take care. And ta-ta for now.
They're surrounded by gods of men. I thought I saw his eyes. They parted